What is your view on the current state of facilities management?
Well, facility management is well known for its multidisciplinary and a broad range of activities and services provided to support the core business of any organization. It's quite important, but most of the time, it's been seen as more tactical than strategic, whereas it should have both elements of strategy and tactical. Um, is being always being defined as more firefighting, straightforward, without any creativity, low adoption of technologies, and so on. So there's a lot of issue pertaining facility management, and but there's a lot of also opportunities to improve further for this industry. So in Malaysia, the academia, non-academia has been working together to improve the industry itself. Due to the complexity of facility management, there's a lot of grey lines that should and could have been defined better in terms of improving the industry itself. Um, I mean, I've been in the industry for the past couple of years, and I've seen a lot of mistakes being done by a lot of organization where the lack of attention and focus being given to facility management. Whereas facility is one of the main reason actually they are making money, and the main reason why the core business is striving. So instead, more focus or more priority should be given, and organization need to realize that in order for them to be successful, they need to take care of the thing that help them to be successful, which is facilities. Um, when we're talking about technology adoption, digitalization of facilities management, it's a bit, there's a lot of discussion and research being done at the moment, and there's a lot of so-called digital solutions out there being produced, being adopted, and most of the technologies adopted can be seen as a failure or and what end up as a white elephant project because they're not being adopted well, or perhaps it's not being strategized properly in terms of implementation. So in a nutshell, facility management has a lot um, has gone a lot of length actually to improve, and there's a lot of players coming out in the market right now, trying to prove themselves, trying to solve the issues that pertaining in the industries. Um, I mean, it's good in a way because it's a free market, it's an open market. More people that will be involved in certain market will create kind of competition in terms of improving. Um, I mean, that being said, facility management has seen lack of talent retention. The age of workforce itself is getting older, so there's a lot of talk being done, and how to overcome this issue, especially pertaining talents, attractions to this industry has been seen always as laborers, manual work driven, lack of innovation and creativity, always firefighting and so on. So that's it about facility management in a nutshell for me.
Do you think that facilities management needs to be reshaped? If yes, how? If no, why?
Yes, definitely. I think facilities management will need to reshape sooner or later, because the only constant is change, and we cannot really do the same thing over and over again and expect different result. So the way FM is being delivered previously might not be relevant in the future, especially in post-pandemic era. People are now trying to adapt in the new world. So the challenge for FM industry is just to develop a new model that is more flexible, creating a workplace experiences that is more collaborative, um, easily adapt to any digital solutions or digital platform, so that people can just virtually meet, virtually have a discussion. This is quite an opportunity actually to most FM players actually. So the changes we're looking at is not only going to affect the facilities itself, so it's going to actually reshape how FM players is going to deliver their services. I would say a more collaborative effort will be done in the future for FM. They will work more with IT solution companies, cloud providers, and so on, so on. So more sensors will be deployed to be the eyes and ears of the facilities team. So there's a lot of changes will be done, especially post-pandemic. So there won't be a more traditional approach for FM industry in the future. So now the next challenge will be how FM industry is going to quickly adapt to the changes in order to survive. So FM cannot be just seen as more technical, more firefighting. They need to be more purposeful. They need to be more insight on how people are adapting to the changes. So it will be a bit more challenges for FM industry, but I would say this is a good opportunity actually for FM industry to change and reshape how the services will be delivered to the clients. So the visions of FM will change indefinitely. The workplace won't be the same like before, pre-pandemic. So this is going to push the the industry leaders, the key players, academia, non-academia, to think about how the FM industry is going to provide value to the occupants, to the workplace, to the facilities, and there'll be a lot of disruption will be seen in terms of processes, services, and also operations perhaps for FM.
Digital penetration is necessary, but facilities managers are still reluctant due to the fact that they are not ready. What is your view on this? How can they be ready? And do they actually need to be ready?
Yes, definitely. Digital adoption is a must actually for FM. But sadly, it's well known that FM is one of the low adopters of technology compared to other industries. So less than 1.5% of OPEX is being invested into R&D and digital solutions. So there's not there aren't really a lot of disruption being done by FM recently. Although it's quite interesting to know that there's a lot of IT companies actually like IBM, Cisco is going to cross the line and work collaboratively with more established FM companies. Just understand how FM works and provide the digital solution. So this recent development is quite interesting to know, because traditionally it's well known that FM and IT is normally separate entities, but just like any other industries, the lines will be blurred soon. So there'll be crossover between industries like FM to IT, so IT to FM, and so on. So the question about how FM can be ready for any digital adoption. Actually, the right time is now. We need to be ready. I mean, the only constant is change. The traditional ways of doing things is not and will not be relevant anymore, especially post pandemic. People are trying to adapt to new changes, a new world. So it's quite fair to say that FM should also try to adapt to the new demand and needs of occupants of facilities. Um, so there'll be a lot of resistance, especially if we are talking about digital adoption. Boston consulting companies recently produced a report saying that 75% or more digital transformation project fail due to the fact that the strategy implemented is not correct or suitable to the company core values, or the transformation itself were given internal resistance by their own team due to the fact that their fear of losing the jobs. So this kind of barriers need to be removed first before any digital adoption or digital transformation being implemented in any organizations. An honest, transparent conversation throughout the organization must be done and take place in understanding, in explaining why certain transformation is being done, and what are the so-called objective that the organization wanted to achieve in the end. So I mean, in a nutshell, there's a lot of barriers that we can talk about why FM is not ready, why FM is going to is currently resisting change, low adoptions of technology. Although there's a lot of progress been done, research produced about technologies and so on.
What changes do you wish to see in facilities management? And what is the best one advice you can give to the listeners of this podcast?
Well, one of the things that I would like to see happening in FM is the more adoption of technologies, the more people adopt to digital solutions, crossover between IT companies, collaborative work between IT and technology companies with FM players. So that will, I think, add more value to the FM itself, rather than doing things traditionally like previously done. I mean, there's a lot of benefit in collaborative work. If we would like to look into historically why certain companies are working with big brands, digital solutions, or joint venture in producing some kind of R&D to solve certain issues. So FM need not to be working in silo. They need to open up the doors, reach out to any digital solutions. They need to work together and understand better what are the available technologies that can make their life better, that can make their so-called work better and operation better, and in the end produce definite value for the client itself. So I think the key word is change. The second one is disruptions. I would like to see that happen in FM. Change and more disruptions. We need to get away from the traditional methods. Pen and papers is should be long gone by now. Um, Innovative solutions driven by data analytics uh, should be deployed like 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 a need, not a nice to have feature. So I think that is something that I would like to see in the next couple of years.